to a very special Are You Having a Draft? I say very special because it will be a one-off version that we have recorded on Zoom. The man has edited and then retired after editing it. His name was Matthew Mellew. He did a lot of work putting this together. But here you go, a little bit of content for you. You can visually see us. Marcus, how you doing?
I'm very well, thanks, mate. This is strange but wonderful, isn't it? Like, here we are.
Quite clearly be in the same room together.
Quite good, and if, especially if Matthew Mellew in post-production puts a little bit like a similar background, like we're sitting in a stadium but 4 seats apart from each other, observing social distancing. Great, and yes, so one of the many reasons it's special is because A, we've got a very special game for you, and B, we've got more drafters in this episode than we've ever had in any others, apart from, I think, draft night. We did it a weekend. We made sure that as many people were free as possible. So yeah, you're in store for a treat.
I set Marcus the task of hosting a version of 15 to 1. He didn't thank me for it, as you'll be able to tell by the questions that he specifically asked me comparatively to everyone else. It's a good job, though, that I'm not bitter and I don't carry a grudge.
I think as well, the listeners, the viewers, hello. The viewers will notice that it was random. So, you know, that's it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, funny how crumbly it got when it was near me, mate.
Just crumble it over your head. Over your little head.
Like I said, I'm over it. It's fine.
So, without further ado, you having a draft?
You're out, mate! Hey!
Hey, Bradley, guess what it's time for?
Bradley James of Liberators FC, Medea Llewellyn of Kitchen Crusaders, Daniel Mantle of Mental Dandies FC, Neil Dutton of Pipe Dreamers FC, Andy O'Neill of Lady Online FC, James Robinson of Narrowboat Lock Union, Jonathan Wolfe of Fairy Tale Erotica, Yare Jegbafume of Cerebral Assassins, Philip Cairns of Change Name FC, Matthew Mellew of Malulu's FC, Nicholas Morgan of Supermarket Sweepers, and Peter Everell of Evil FC are all here today to play Footballs 15 to 1 with your host, Mr. Marcus Ellard.
Welcome, gentlemen, to another game of 15 to 1. We're going to be covering Premier League, football generally, and there'll be peppered in some draft questions as well. Okay, so we'll all have 3 lives, and in the first round, you'll be asked 2 questions, and hopefully hold on to as many lives as you can. We're going to be starting with Bradley James. Who was the last player to score a goal in the Premier League?
What?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I actually can't remember the last Premier League game.
Jesus.
Sarr of Watford.
It was Harvey Barnes for Leicester against Villa.
I mean, is every answer going to be Leicester related?
No, but
what about Walker's crisps?
but yours can be
against Villa as well, mate.
Yours can. It was against Villa, yeah, Johnny. That was
Yeah, I know,
that was
but
the
you
main
can't
reason.
make all the questions against Villa.
We have Meds next on my screen. David Beckham scored his famous halfway line goal in which year?
Are you kidding me? I got that.
2002?
1996.
What the hell?
Mantle, who scored the first Premier League hat-trick?
I know this.
I'm going to have to pass. First ever pass.
What?
Don't have a guess.
I don't even have to have a guess. I can tell you the answer.
Who?
Which makes me...
Eric Cantona.
Eric Cantona it was.
Is it?
Duts,
Hello.
who is Wales's most capped international player?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not Vinnie Jones.
I don't know whether it's too obvious to go with Giggs.
Neville Southall.
Yeah. Tell you what is a good question to come up with.
Well, when you do the quiz, mate, you can come up with that. can't you?
It might come up, yeah.
Yare,
Oh, Jesus.
what was the last addition to the Spirit of the Draft trophy?
Oh, good question.
Every year,
Yeah, I know.
someone adds something to the Spirit of the Draft trophy. What is the last addition?
No.
That's this year.
Yeah. A ghost.
It was a ghost. It was a Ghostbusters ghost that Neil's son was very reluctant to let go of.
What a guess. That was a guess.
Andy, what is the total amount of teams to have played in the Premier League?
I know this one as well. Jesus Christ.
I didn't guess.
Get spot on. 42.
49, mate. Come on.
49. Who is next? Pete. How many times has Zlatan Ibrahimovic won the Champions League?
Well, I don't know this one.
Oh, I do.
I'd say
I do.
Barca, Inter, AC, Juve. I'm going to go 4.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic has never
Zero. He's never won.
Good question.
Jammer, which English club stadium has the biggest capacity outside of the Premiership?
Sunderland?
Stadium of Light with a capacity of 49,000.
Yes.
Oh, mate, good work.
Hammer, pulling it out of the bag. Well done.
Jonathan Wolf, who is Manchester City's record signing?
Probably someone's shit, isn't it?
Yep. It is indeed.
Probably going to be a fullback. I can't think. Is it Rodrigo?
It's Rodri.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's the right answer.
62.8 million.
Who's Rodrigo, mate? Johnny?
Did I get that? That's what I meant. Did I get that right? Yeah.
Rodri, mate.
We said Rodri, go.
Welsh guy, Rodri.
I meant, yeah.
That's correct.
Rodrigo, the Welsh guy, isn't it? Isn't it, mate?
Bill.
Can I just clarify? Did I get that correct?
No,
Yes.
Thank you.
You gave him that.
Yeah, I meant Rodri. I said, okay, I made a mistake saying Rodrigo. I meant Rodri.
You made a mistake not saying Alan Shearer the other week and you didn't get the point.
There's no one else called Rodrigo, is there?
Phil, which referee has made the most Premiership appearances?
Clattenburg.
Mike Dean.
Ooh.
That's the only
I'd
one I
love to
know.
get an answer to a quiz question like that.
Yes, wouldn't it?
Melaloo, who recorded the lowest score to win the draft, scoring 127 points less than any other total?
It's going to be one of the years where it was quite tight. So it's either going to be Dutz or it could be the freaky year where Yare won.
Not a chance, son. You better forget that.
I'm going to say it was Dutz.
It was Phil Cairns. 1,782 points.
No. Okay.
Well, you've actually won it. So.
Nick Morgan. So this is the final question of the first round. Who was the first African player to score in the Premier League?
Ooh. Nick's not getting it right.
How are we getting on, Nick?
None. Pass.
That's a hard question.
No idea.
So, Phil, your hand went up first there.
Tony Yeboah.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say Yeboah.
Leeds centre-back.
Bradley?
Leeds centre-back.
I'm going to go with Peter Unlove.
Peter Undlove in 1992.
Bradley.
After that first round, the people that still have 3 lives left are Yare, Jammer, and Wolf.
Yeah.
Bradley.
Yes, mate.
Jurgen Klinsmann joined Spurs from which team?
Oh,
That's a good one.
that's a great one.
Did he go on to Bayern Munich? All right, I'll just have to go Bayern Munich.
It was AS Monaco. You were right. He went to Munich after Spurs.
Yeah.
He was at Monaco for 2 seasons before Spurs.
Are you purposely giving me
The next one, Meds. Which drafter has the record for the highest ever game week?
Can I have something on rugby or Wales?
It's an easy one.
highest game week. I'm gonna go Duts.
Annoyingly for everyone, it was Wolf with 128 points in 1 week.
100 what?
128.
128. Wow.
Oh, Wolf, lad.
Mantle. Who scored for Chelsea when Steven Gerrard made that slip in 2004?
That will haunt me forever.
I can visualise the slip, but not the scorer.
Yari, can you visualise it? Or
I can see the whole freaking thing, mate.
Demba Ba keeps popping in my mind, but I don't feel it is the right answer. But I'm going to go with Demba Ba.
it was Yari Demba
Wanker.
Ba.
Yeah, through the legs.
Demba Ba.
Demba Ba, yeah.
What is it? Through mini legs.
Great guess.
Shit goalkeeping.
Duts, it's a question for you, but hopefully some of our Scottish members will get this one. Who is Rangers' top scorer ever?
Oh, this is an easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Hmm?
That's an easy one.
No one cares.
Well, I thought this was about like English Premiership football.
We've got an eclectic mix of drafters here. We can't go.
Exactly. Well played.
I'll be
Marcus.
diverse.
So you didn't get my text about West Ham question.
Oh, there's a West Ham one later.
I can't. Someone or two of my tongue can't think of, but I'll go with McCoist.
Hey,
Ali McCoist, top
Is
goal
it?
scorer,
Yeah.
355 goals.
Nice.
Oh, what's that?
Yare,
Yo,
prepared is the motto for which Premier League team?
prepared. Is that?
I think this is the most disappointing moment of my life.
Sorry, Bradley. When you know, you know.
There's 2 questions I couldn't answer.
No. Tottenham.
Prepared for relegation? Aston Villa.
Sorry.
Andy, when did Man City first win the Premier League?
Any more than that?
The years would be
year.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know. I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
2011 or 12. 11.
2012.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Andy.
That's so
I was looking at everyone's reactions when you said 11 or 12.
Yeah.
The two favourites, Andy and Bradley, haven't got a question right yet.
True.
Pete.
Yeah.
Gary Lineker won the Golden Boot at which World Cup?
86.
Well done, Pete.
Well done, Peter.
Well done,
Mexico,
Andy.
1986. Jammer. Which drafter recorded the lowest game week score ever with 2?
Do I get a clue of which season?
No.
I'm going to offend someone, whoever I say. So, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to say Phil, to be fair.
It was Matthew Melaloo.
2 points, baby!
Sorry, Phil.
Johnny Wolf. Who is the most substituted on player in Premier League history?
Between 2 people.
No idea. I'm going to say Peter Crouch.
And that would be the right answer, isn't it?
Peter Crouch. Yeah, of course it is. Peter Crouch. Who was the other person you had in mind, Bradley?
It was either going to be him
Ole
or
Gunnar.
Defoe.
I was going to go Ole.
Defoe.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It was either going to be him or Defoe, but it was always going to be, I think, Crouch is...
I thought Solskjaer.
Phil Cairns is next. Who holds the record for the most hat-tricks scored in the Premier League?
Villa player.
I'll give you one clue. It's not a Villa player. Aguero. And Bradley, you had your hand up. Do you know how many he got? How many he's got at the moment, at present?
I think he might be on 12.
I think he's on 9.
He is on 12, yeah.
12. I think 9.
Yes.
This shows it's luck of the draw, because if somebody else had got this question coming up, they'd have got it right. You'll Never Walk Alone features on the Liverpool badge. But what year is at the bottom of the badge?
Who's that a question for, mate?
That is for Matthew Mellaloo.
Oh, fuck, right.
Matthew Mellaloo.
Thank God for that. I thought it was for me.
You'll Never Walk Alone and A Liver Bird appear on the Liverpool badge, but what year appears on it?
I'm not going to lie, I haven't spent a lot of time studying the Liverpool badge.
Well, you should.
Potentially, I should have.
What mythical creature appears on the Manchester United badge?
Hey, I know that one.
What year?
I'm going to say the year that just popped in my head was 1892.
1892! Oh! 1892 it is.
No, fuck, seriously!
Well done, Melanie. Pulled that from? Out of his arse. Well done, Melanie. Nick, we're coming to you now. What is the official beer of the Premier League?
Nick should know this.
Going to be some kind of piss water stuff.
Great, thanks, Nick. We're not getting sponsored by whichever beer.
I've heard Corona are doing some good sponsorship deals at the moment.
Budweiser.
Budweiser, yes. And the most annoying thing one of the most annoying things on the Premier League app is they don't have man of the match, they have king of the match.
Oh, yeah, they
to
do.
tie in with the sponsorship, which is really annoying. So that is the first round complete. People with 2 lives remaining are Mantle, Dutz, Yare, Pete, Jammer, Phil, Mellaloo and Nick. People with 3 lives remaining are Johnny Wolf, and everyone else is on 1. So that is Bradley, Meds and Andy are on 1. So this round, we can nominate.
Yep.
So if you get correct, you can then nominate. So Bradley, we're coming to you. Chike has taken part in how many draft seasons?
5.
5 is correct. 5 is correct.
Annoyingly, I was the only one who was ever going to get that right as well.
That's why I said, yeah. So you can now nominate.
Nominate Wolf.
Nominate Wolf. Who is the captain of the England Lionesses? Johnny Wolf.
I'm ashamed to admit I don't know any of the players at all.
Anybody got a guess there?
Can I jump in? Steph
Yare, Steph Houghton. Yeah, that's the one. Because Johnny didn't get that right, you're still nominating.
Yeah. Nominate Dutton.
Neil Dutton, who has the record for the most Premier League appearances?
Milner.
Oh, that's a good guess, that.
It is Gareth Barry.
I know people say so. I was going to say that. And
Gareth wrong.
Bollocks.
Gareth Barry. So Bradley, you can nominate.
Debut.
Nominate Phil.
Philip Cairns. The Manchester United won the first Premier League. Who came second?
Oh.
Leeds.
Good job, Johnny didn't get that one. It was Aston Villa.
Oh, Johnny, is that why you support Villa? Because close ones, didn't they? Fuck me.
Bradley.
Nominate O'Neill.
Nominate Andy O'Neill, who has 1 life remaining. Andy O'Neill, which clubs play in the M23 derby?
M23.
Crystal Palace.
And who was the other team?
Well, the first one was Brighton, the second one was Crystal Palace.
Okay, so who do you nominate, Andy?
Wolfie.
Wolfie. Who has managed a record 7 Premier League teams?
Oh.
Sam Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce.
Good one.
Well done, mate. Well done, Johnny. So, Johnny, you can nominate.
I'll nominate Andy.
Oh. Andy, which drafter has the most top 3 finishes?
Oh.
Mantle.
It is Mantle indeed. He's getting his guns out in celebration. So
I'll nominate Pete.
Pete, who has the most assists so far this season?
I'm going to go Sadio Mane.
Does anybody else have an idea who that is?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Oh, of course it is.
Here, so that comes back to you, Andy.
Nominate Mansell.
Nominate Mantle. Mantle, which English referee officiated the 2010 World Cup final?
Oh, it's an easy one.
Oh, Howard Webb.
Howard Webb officiated the 2010 World Cup final. So it's your choice now. Daniel Mantle, who would you like to nominate?
Let's go Jammer.
Jammer. Tom Hopper was the caretaker manager for who in season 5 of the draft?
Oh. Tom Hopper. Was it Mel?
It was Matthew Melliloo.
Well done, Jammer. Jesus Christ.
Matthew Melliloo. So
Come on.
over to you.
It's great. It's a great show.
He's just basking in his own glory.
I was doing a celebration around the room. It's like going on. I nominate Yari.
Yore, Everton versus Liverpool is the closest Premier League away day, which is just 1 mile. Which is second?
The closest. It's so simple, but I'm probably going to get this wrong. Man United, Man City.
It was, in fact, Arsenal
and Tottenham. I fucking knew it.
And do you know what? There's a mile in it. So Tottenham Arsenal is 4 miles. Manchester City versus Manchester United is 5 miles. So that comes back to Jammer.
Next, I'll nominate Meds, please.
Meds. Okie doke. So Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson have managed the most games in the Premier League with 828 and 810 respectively. Who is the third with 639? Who has managed the third most amount of Premier League games?
Jose Mourinho?
It was not, unfortunately. We've got a couple of hands up. Phil, who'd you like to guess there?
Moyes. Yeah.
Oh, Moyes. Yeah.
Any other advances on Moyes?
Oh.
I thought
Sean Dyche or Howe?
I thought Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, Allardyce, perhaps.
That's Moyes.
Yeah, it could be Moyes.
It is Harry Redknapp. So unfortunately, Meds, we've lost our third life there. So we just have to, the lights dim down on Med.
I didn't realise that. I wouldn't have taken you out, Meds, if I'd have known that.
That's what they all say, I'm afraid, Jammer.
Meds, if you could leave the Zoom chat, please.
So Jammer, who would you like to pass on to now? Oh,
why not pass on to Bradley?
Interesting.
Bradley, where is he on my screen? There he is. What year did Eric Cantona famously kung fu kick into the Selhurst Park crowd?
It was the 94-95 season. Was it before or after the turn of the year? Let's say 94.
95.
Oh, that's harsh.
Sorry, Bradley. Sorry, Bradley. Jammer.
Go with Mel this time, please.
Melliloo, which drafter joined the draft at the beginning of season 4?
Isn't that Jammer?
It was Neil Dutton.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, well done.
Neil Dutton. So that is Matthew Melliloo there.
I wouldn't have even known that.
Life. You wouldn't have known that, Dutton, did you say?
Yeah.
Another one, Jammer, if you'd like to pass on this question.
Keep going round. Stick with Dots then.
This is the second Leicester City question. Muzzy Izzet joined Leicester City in '96 from which club? There had to be one Muzzy Izzet question because Pete tempted fate last week, I'm afraid. So that's why we've got a Muzzy Izzet question. Do you want to have a guess?
I don't know. No.
Yore and Phil's hand. Yore's hand. Oh, go on, Neil. Have you got one? Is this the guess?
No.
Yore?
I think it's Chelsea.
It was Chelsea. Yeah. Did you have that, Phil?
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Wycombe Wanderers.
Sorry, Neil. Jammer, he's knocking them off one by one here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll go for Mantle this time.
Mantle, which team has racked up the most Premier League defeats? Most Premier League defeats in total ever.
Oh my god, my mind's blank. Is it going to be someone like
Man United?
It's unhelpful, Johnny, on all levels.
I'm going to say Watford because he won't leave my mind for Watford.
Andy O'Neill's face knows the answer.
I think also, with 377 all-time defeats, it's
Everton. West Ham. What?
It was
Everton.
West Ham.
I thought it was Everton. I'm sure it was Everton.
Everton as well. That's why I just messaged
Yeah, I'm
Andy.
sure.
I think you're giving this away.
Oh wow.
Jam, are you still smashing this one around?
Yeah, I feel a bit guilty, to be perfectly honest.
Well, what, because you've knocked Bradley, Dutz and Meds out? You're just literally smashing them out.
I'll go with Andy this time.
So Andy, who could also, this is a trivia question that might have come up on one of the pub quizzes that people have been doing from their homes. Who is the only person born before 1960 to score a Premier League hat-trick?
Oh, hat-trick.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's tough.
Before 1960?
That's a hard one.
I'll repeat the question. Pete, maybe you need to go close to the screen. Who is the only person born before 1960 to score a Premier League hat-trick?
It's only got to be one answer for this, really.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Only one answer.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of the question. He just who is the one person born before 1960?
Funakoku.
Efinakoku is not correct, I'm afraid. Yare's feeling quite smug down here.
I think it's Eric Cantona.
No.
Not correct. No. Anyone else?
Ian Rush.
Ian Rush.
No.
Is it Mickey Quinn?
Not Mickey Quinn.
Letitia. No, he's too young.
Teddy Sheringham?
You're talking about someone who would have had to have been at least 33.
Yeah.
32 or 33 when the league started.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Brian Dean.
It was
Chapman.
Strachan.
Gordon Strachan.
Gordon Strachan.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know he scored a hat-trick.
Andy, you and me have been done with absolute stingers today.
Yeah.
I think we put targets on our back.
So, Jammer.
I'm going to go for Nick this time.
Nick, name a footballer who has won the Premier League in successive years with different clubs.
Ooh.
Anelka?
Unfortunately not. We've got Dan Mantle's hands up.
N'Golo Kante.
N'Golo Kante. And also, more niche, Mark Schwarzer, who was in goal that year and previously was at Chelsea the year before. Okay, to Jammer, smash it around again.
Can I go to Pete, please?
Pete, which drafter holds the record?
You know I'm only on 1 point, don't you, Jammer?
I don't know who's on what. I just
Weevil bastard.
Jammer's playing it all coy, like, I didn't know who's going to have one leg.
You're invited, Jammer.
Okay, so Pete, the question for you: which drafter holds the record for the highest season total?
I'm going to go for Bradley.
Bradley with 2,073.
Yes.
Suarez.
Still in, Jammer, despite your best efforts.
So this comes to you, Pete.
Right, who's on what? Who's got the highest, Marcus?
So Jammer has 2 lives remaining. Wolf has 2
Does
lives
he?
remaining.
Jammer, I don't need to hear anymore.
So, Jammer. The longest away day journey is 353 miles. Where do Newcastle have to travel to?
Ooh. So it's not Plymouth, obviously. The longest away day. Brighton.
So close. It was Bournemouth. It was Bournemouth.
So close, man.
353 miles, and it was the second longest actually is Brighton.
Fair play. I deserve to lose a life, I think.
Pete. I
Is
think
Phil out?
Phil has
No,
one life left.
What about Wolf?
He's got 2.
Wolf's got 2 lives left.
I'll go for Jonathan Wolf then, please.
Jonathan Wolf. Who was the last Manchester United player before Ronaldo to win the Ballon d'Or?
Oh,
I had a look at that this morning.
Did you? You've been doing your research.
Oh yeah.
It pays, Andy.
This is what I was thinking. This is what I was worried about because I was going through a lot of questions. I thought the amount of pub quizzes people have been doing. Go on, Johnny. Let's have it.
I can't.
Gordon Cowan.
I think it must have been a while ago, but I don't think he won it. But I'm just going to have to say Eric Cantona.
Go on, Andy.
I think it's George Best.
It was George Best.
I was thinking
The Ballon d'Or going then.
Because there's a BBC feature at the minute about the top 10 Ballon d'Or winners of the Premier League or something.
Yeah.
Only twice since the Premier League started has a Premier League player won the Ballon d'Or.
Michael Owen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
Ronaldo was the
think
other.
it was
Twice in like
Cantona.
20.
Michael Owens won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Pete, would you like to nominate someone else? I'll go through things.
Who's still on 2?
So everyone's on 1 at the moment. Pete.
I will go for the Cerebral Assassin.
Cerebral Assassin, Yare. 3 teams have won the World Cup twice. They are France, Argentina, and who?
Won it twice?
Yeah.
Say that. France, Argentina.
And who? So we're looking for the answer. If I was to say
I think it is Germany.
Uruguay.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh dear, Yare.
Damn.
That's unfortunately. We lose Yare there, thanks to Pete. Pete, who would you like to nominate now?
I'll work my way just round in an objective way. So I will go. Mellu is next. Oh,
Mellu. Which Premier League side were relegated in 2018 after a 10-year top-flight stint?
Oh. Why can I not get that question?
Because you got the one about Uruguay.
I don't know if I'm completely wrong here, but I'm going to go with Bolton.
Surely Pete should answer this.
Is it Stoke?
Stoke City.
Hey, Pete, how we are correct. That is Stoke. So unfortunately, we lose Matthew Mellu there as well.
Oh, Phil's been quiet for a while, so we'll go with Phil.
Phil, the Hawthorns is the home to which English club?
West Brom.
West Brom.
Tough question,
Give me that, wasn't it?
Nominate Johnny.
If I get this right, Phil.
Johnny, who is the most capped Scottish international?
Ooh, that's a good one, that.
Does Scotland play at international level?
Colin Hendry.
That's a great show.
A good shout.
Gordon Strachan.
Unfortunately, it's not correct. It's not Gordon Strachan.
Jim Leighton.
Is it Jim Leighton?
It's Kenny Dalglish, isn't it?
It's Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah.
Kenny Dalglish with 102 appearances.
Yeah, King Kenny.
Unlucky, Wolf. That's a tough.
Nominate Pete.
No fucking around from Phil.
Go on, Phil, top man.
Pete, how far did the England Lionesses reach in the 2019 World Cup?
I will go for. I think they have the same problem as the men. So I think England's performances in World Cups are non-gender specific, and I will say semi-finals.
It was the semi-finals. Who would you like to nominate?
The joke of could only get a semi doesn't work quite as well for the one.
I will go for Nicholas Morgan.
Nick Morgan. Which player scored the fastest hat-trick in Premier League history?
I'm gonna go a bit left field. Walcott.
It was not, I'm afraid. It was. Does anybody know? Yare's hand is bouncing along the bottom.
Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane. Southampton versus Aston Villa. 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Three goals in 56 seconds.
And
No,
Villa
2
run
minutes.
onto the pitch by that point.
2 minutes and 56. Pete, you're knocking it around. Yeah.
I will go with Jammer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's time.
Jammer. Jammer to stay in the game. Which season did the Premier League move to the current format of 20
teams.
Oh,
I think we
great
had this one,
question.
didn't
In which season did the Premier League move to the current format of 20 teams?
Oh,
I'm the only one who's going to be able to answer this as
we? I
well.
haven't
I
got a
don't
clue.
know.
I haven't got a clue.
I don't remember it happening.
I know what season they'll be going back to 23 teams.
Yeah. Wild guess 1996.
I haven't got a clue.
Bradley?
He was almost there. It was the 95-96 season.
Oh, is that not good?
You
Is that not
can't give me-
good?
you can't give me
No,
that.
mate.
Surely, come on.
No, mate. You're
I'd
not
have
having that.
accepted 95, which is the year it happened, or
Which is
95,
also the year
96.
that Cantona went into the crowd as well. Apparently.
That was a specific day, wasn't it?
Do you know, he did that in January of 95, I'll point out. So the fact that I was supposed to know which month either side of Christmas that happened.
Fair play. Fair
So
play.
we are now down to our final three. And that takes us down to our final round, where we see Mantle, Pete and Phil head-to-heading. Okay, and this is as it appears on my page. So Mantle, we've got Mantle, Pete and then Phil. That's the order that I've got. So Leicester won the league in 2015-2016 season. Where did they finish in the previous season?
Fourth from bottom.
They finished 14th, which would have been, if my maths is correct, 6th from bottom.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
So it's maybe even 7th from bottom.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's my dyscalculia coming out again. Okie doke. So Pete, who's next on my screen. Who are the only Welsh team to win the FA Cup?
I'm going to go Cardiff.
In 1927, Cardiff won the
Arsenal.
FA Cup.
Well played.
Phil.
Against Arsenal with a goal that shouldn't have been allowed.
There you go. If only they'd had VAR.
Yeah.
Phil. Vicarage Road has a stand named after which pop star?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Mantle's left
How many
there.
seats does it have?
Okay, so
That's the question you and I would have got, Andy.
unfortunately, we lose Dan Mantle there. Apologies, Dan. So, which this comes back to Pete. Which team did Glenn Hoddle manage after being sacked as England manager?
Tottenham Hotspur.
It was not Tottenham Hotspur. You have the opportunity to steal, Phil.
Southampton.
It was Southampton.
Also, I'd like to point out the last two there were the winners of the last two rounds of 15-1 as well.
Fair play.
Thank you.
Phil is now a double champ.
I've won the last two in a row.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Phil. Well done.
Well played,
Commiserations,
Phil.
everyone else. And it's easy when you know the answer. It's all I
Well
can
done,
say.
Marcus, man.
Well
Great
done.
question.
Yeah, well done, Marcus.
Yeah, mate,
Thank
well
you,
done.
everyone. I'm not going to lie. I've had a very stressful day.
Well, there we have it, Marcus. Well done. Excellently hosted.
Thank you, mate.
Phil has become the two-time 15-1 draft edition champion. Gonna take
How
a
long?
couple
How
of-
long will it last? How long will it last?
Well, keep firing questions at me like you did, and it'll last for a while.
It's a
I'm going to
good-
dispel a myth. There was a lot of people saying that they're only easy when you know the answer, and I'm going to take that apart. There are such a thing as easy and difficult questions. You can tell when it's a difficult question when you ask it and everyone's face suggests that they do not know what the answer is, which was exactly what everyone's face was every time a question came at me. Now,
that's
if you're
why-
going to tell me, Marcus, that those questions weren't specifically delivered to me,
They
I'm
weren't.
going to believe you. I'm going to call you a liar.
Look, I know you well enough to know that if I gave you difficult questions that you're not going to get, you're going to get in the ump. So why would I do that? Why would I give myself that test? Also, I'm just glad that I'm just out of reach, which is good. That this for me will never get old. I think this is brilliant. Yeah, so thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and I've just realised that is obviously why it's on video, so that Bradley can. He's got that little backup of you guys being able to see everyone's confused faces on those questions. So I've worked it out now. I've worked it out.
Unbelievable. Hey, I'm not saying we've recorded another episode since, but maybe redemption's on the cards. Who knows?
Who knows?
We've colour coordinated very well today, Marcus, as well.
We've gone for the traditional footballing colours, which I think unarguably are definitely red and blue. There's just the traditional football colours, you know.
I think this is the second best shirt in terms of style. I think this is the second best football shirt I own.
I thought that when you came on earlier, I thought that is a very nice shirt.
I'm very
it's
happy
a
with
classic Italian design there.
Yeah. No sponsor on the front messing around with it either.
You know what? I was going to ask you what's on the... No, nothing.
Nothing. It was a very clean year for Roma that year.
Very good. I like it. I'm a fan. What year was that?
This would have been, let me think, this would have been 2017-18.
Classy. I like it.
All three kits they had that year.
Very nice.
Yeah. Do you want to know what's number one on my most stylish?
I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's the Arsenal blue and yellow. No.
I see why you say that. My favourite one.
I've got it. No, but my first answer, you'll have to accept it. No, go for it. Have my first answer.
My favourite and I believe most stylish football kit I own is the 1986 England World Cup shirt.
And I knew it because it's got the red and blue one. It's got the red and blue lines right across.
No, that's 82. That's also a good one. But
82 was the one I was going to guess. Okay.
You've only been 4 years out, mate.
Not bad. I know. I knew it's because we were watching the last World Cup at the pub, and you actually you had a shirt on, and you must have had the blue and red one on and said this is the second best or something, and then referenced the other one. It's all got confused in my mind. Anyway.
That's for everyone watching this. That's how sad I am. I have a mental order of England shirts from best to worst.
Are they hung up in your wardrobe like left to right with the best and the worst down there?
Not currently, but they will be as soon as I get
nothing else to do. Let's face it. Brilliant. Yeah, again, thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't get used to it because this is a one-off lockdown special.
Well, on that note, Marcus, we should probably say some thank yous, and we should start off with a thank you to the man who made this possible. His name is Matthew Mellaloo. As I say, it's a one-off because he put a hell of a lot of work into
got a few more grey hairs.
Yeah, to sprinkle in with the rest. He had to sort of like cut and sew around a lot of foul language, questionable sort of morality that he didn't want the public to see. So we thank Matthew Mellaloo for his work on this and his work on all the other stuff we do. He's doing a terrific job.
Thank you, Matthew.
We also need to thank Will Coburn.
Yes, that's absolutely spot on. Yep, as always.
At Will Coburn. If you get it to his Instagram is at Will Coburn, 1L. I think he has a website, which is Will Coburn Photography. He did all our photography. He did a fantastic job. Thank you, Will.
Brilliant. And as always, thank you to CJ Pandit for
CJ! Put a shoulda, woulda, coulda, put a shoulda, woulda, put a Pandit!
And whilst we're at it, CJ actually wrote a new song in lockdown, which has been produced and it's out there on Spotify. So at CJ Pandit on Spotify, it's called Talk, 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 and it's an absolute banger. I'm not just saying it, it's brilliant. Check it out.
Hey, Marcus, just before we go, let's try this out. Whoa! Way to send it back, pal.
We might have been better off with a Mexican wave.
Is two men doing a Mexican wave considered a Mexican wave, or just two?
It's more
jumping up and down.
It's more like a Mexican
Well,
that.
on that note of toodaloo.
Toodaloo, thank you so much for joining us. And we hope to be bringing you a new podcast ASAP.
Till next time, guys. Draft safe.
Turns out, Deckard was a skin job.